Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine, and it's divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you could join us here on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I'd like to again remind us of the congratulations of passing the 500 episode marker. And as a celebration of that, I've opened up the Patreon community for free membership so that people can join our Zoom calls for free. There are a lot of people struggling out there. There's a lot going on. So I thought this could be a way to provide some help and, to give some thanks for all the support that I've received so far. You can also choose if you'd like to be a paid Patreon member, and that will help me to subsidize some of the costs and expenses that I have for this project. I'm still running this out of my own pocket, so it's about $2,000 to $5,000 a year that it costs me to produce this actually. So I'm not really making money from this. It's something that I'm doing for myself and hopefully to be able to help others. And so I'm coming from a genuine place here. The second thing that I'd like to remind you is that you can also find the Reparenting Daily Journal. You can purchase that on Amazon. It's another way to support the podcast. It's under $20. And it basically allows you to follow along with all of the monthly and weekly themes. It gives you space to keep your notes. And yeah, if you join the team or the Zoom calls, it might be a great way for us to all stay aligned and be working together. The last thing I'd like to give you a head up on is the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily series. As I mentioned earlier, I've had some editing issues with that because in the springtime, the end of spring, I did some reworking to structure those into certain themes. So like the beginning, middle, and end of the hero's journey. And in the midst of reorganizing and restructuring the stories and also upgrading the artwork, some of the text is a bit mixed and jumbled all over the place. Sorry about that. When I was in the editing phase for the first time, they did not send the proofread copies to the Netherlands, and so I had to work, around and trying to find a way to get the copy to edit, and it's just been a mess. So basically, that's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to aim to have that done by the end of the year, but I have burned my eyes, so I am very limited. Excuse me, with what I can do and time I spent on the computer. And so I would have had that done much earlier. I would have liked to have that already done, but here we are. And so in any case, once that's available, again, I'll give you a heads up, but please do hold off on purchasing the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily for now. Or Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, not the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily. That's it today. So without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. You guys, apologies for the delay. I've been very sick. As I've said before, so apologies for the delay, but now we're back at it. Today's reading is from the ACA Daily Meditation. Just as a reminder, we are in October and the theme is developing resilience and overcoming challenges. We're in week 3, which is October 15th until the 21st. The theme for this week is coping with failures and setbacks. Today's reading is from the Daily Meditation from ACA and it's called Promise 10. Fears of failure and success will leave us as we intuitively make healthier choices. Big Red Book, page 591. While most folks believe they want to be successful, we know that many ACAs fear success. This is a fear born from years of regular servings with failure, with side orders of abandonment, shame, and humiliation. To be successful means that the spotlight can be turned on us, which recalls painful memories of never being good enough. As we learn to connect with our inner loving parent, our inner child, and our higher power, our intuitive sense is sharpened. No longer dependent on old tapes or the critical voice inside our heads, we are free to use this intuitive sense to make healthy decisions. At the same time, we are clear that we are on a spiritual path and that every situation is a spiritual lesson. There is no way to fail on this path. Failure is the domain of our inner critic's all or nothing thinking. As we learn to see this for what it is, we filter everything around us through our inner loving parent. We become attuned to our inner child's quiet and steady voice as it tells us the better course for our spiritual, physical, and emotional development. We release our fears. On this day, I will listen for guidance from my purest inner child's perspective and trust that my fears will lose their grip on me. I am open to being guided to higher levels of spiritual, emotional, and physical consciousness. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Today's reading from Promise 10 speaks to one of the most hidden emotional blocks trauma survivors face: the fear of both failure and success. For many adult children of dysfunctional families, success doesn't feel safe. It often brings back the anxiety of attention, judgment, and rejection. The same people who were supposed to celebrate our small victories may have shamed or minimized them, teaching our nervous system that standing out is dangerous. This creates a subconscious loop. We sabotage progress to avoid pain. The 10th promise offers a path out of that loop through connection to intuition, the inner loving parent, and the higher power. When we begin to live from this inner alignment rather than from fear or old survival strips, our decisions flow naturally. We start to trust that life itself is not a test we can fail, but a spiritual journey with lessons. From this view, every setback becomes feedback. Every stumble is part of learning how to walk freely again. By releasing the critic's harsh, all or nothing thinking, we access a gentler, wiser voice inside, the intuitive voice that guides us towards growth, authenticity, and peace. In the context of reparenting, this promise reflects the healing transformation from punishment to protection. The inner critic, once the voice of survival, loses its authority over the inner loving parent as he takes over. This parent does not measure worth by success or failure. It values honesty, effort, and alignment with truth. As you strengthen this inner relationship, success stops feeling like exposure and starts feeling like expansion. You learn to let joy, pride, and abundance be safe again. The more you listen to your inner child's quiet wisdom, the more fear dissolves into trust. You no longer fear failing because you know you will catch yourself with compassion every time. As we go into the journal prompts today, number 1, when have I felt afraid of success or attention? Or what childhood experiences or belief might that fear be connected to? Number 2, what does my inner critic say when I start to succeed or fail? How can my inner loving parent respond instead? And number 3, how would it feel to view life not as a series of tests, but as a spiritual journey where I can fail and only grow? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself and please be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.